Number one, we're gonna start out with shout out to S.W.I.R.V TV.
Shout out S.W.I.R.V TV.
Shout out to S.W.I.R.V TV.
And look, this is what we're gonna do before we even get into anything. We gotta make this toast real quick.
I want to thank you all for joining us for S.W.I.R.V De Niro. This is After Dark, and you're tuning into Mia, and we have Dollaz
Oh
with us tonight.
my God.
So what are we speaking of, Dollaz? What you feeling like tonight, baby?
I mean, I'm feeling real good right now. This is the very first episode, After Hours Happy Hour, with the lovely Mia.
And we're glad you're tuning in to us this evening.
S.W.I.R.V TV.
So what we're speaking of tonight?
I mean,
we need to get into the hot topics in life. What is going on, Dollaz?
so before we got on set, you had a lot of I don't want to say animosity, but you had a lot of things I felt like you need to get off your chest. So we're gonna start with that. Like, I want to know from the beginning of what you was talking about. You got to break it down to me.
And the topic tonight, I was so confused this week because me and my girlfriends was just talking about guys. Like, what's going on with men now?
Break it down to me.
We don't understand why you all are just screaming that you're single and you're old. Like, what are you looking for in life?
So this is what I'm trying to get to. Like I asked you before, and I want you to say it for the audience. At what point, when you talking to somebody, you dating, whatever the case may be, at what point is the timeline that you cutting the single talk off?
Well, like the memes say, after 2 weeks, if you're not in love with me, then it's over.
But you told me 3 months. Now how you go from you told me 3 months.
Because a guy can only have sex with a girl three or four different times. After the 3 or 4 different times, you just need to go on with your life. Because the woman is then going to start trying to intervene or try to play on to taking trips, doing stuff, future endeavors with this guy. But if you just want to have sex with a girl, you can do so about 3 to 4 different times, and then it's over. Leave her alone. Because we just don't have time.
So time is the issue.
Time will always be the issue with the women nowadays. We work 2 to 3 jobs. We have kids.
Okay.
We have a household we are dealing with. We're not just trying to unproductively have sex.
All right, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you a little bit of insight, right?
What's your insight?
I feel like this. One thing that's a difference between females and males. Females generally think off emotion. Men think off a situation. So you got to think about that part when you add that timeline in. Maybe he not in that situation to make that move or whatever you feel like you want him to do at that moment. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the situation. He might be on somewhere. He just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get his rocks off and keep it moving.
Well, if you're trying to get your rocks off and keep it moving, why you keep calling my phone?
Oh,
why you fell in love with me? Why you love this good old P? I just don't understand why you keep calling my phone if we just did what we did and it's over.
But you don't know what the situation
I have
is, though.
a hard problem with breaking up with guys when guys always interplay how they're on top of things, but then they end up falling for the girl and getting on our nerves. So I'm just trying to figure out what y'all be talking about, because y'all be calling our phone.
I mean,
What you got to say, player?
it could be a bunch of different things. Maybe you just got it like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be doing something.
It's not only me. It's me and my friends. One thing about me and my friends, we're matching.
What you doing? You cooking?
Said,
what you doing?
Oh, we do everything. We cook, we clean, we keep kids, we do all of that. I have a 22-year-old son. I'm done with raising kids, so I can't deal with nobody else that's raising kids.
So you know how to take care of household.
Household been taken care of. Bills get paid. Ain't never been late on rent. 20 years.
But you know what? I think that's a shortage in today's generation. I don't think it's enough females that really know how to take care of a household. I'm talking about a legit take care of a household.
Well, you must don't know the females I know, because the girls I roll with, they don't play no games.
So it's like this. You run across a bunch of guys that's not used to being with a female that actually know how to take care of a household. they running off the same energy that they had from the previous and the previous before
See,
that.
that's the problem, and that's the problem that we have. We have a problem with guys running off the same energy as your old relationships. When you meet us, you need to meet us as we are the only girls in the world, the first girl you ever met.
So everybody get a clean slate, basically.
When you come to us, we need a clean slate.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, why should I have to deal with what you was going through when you were 25?
That's a big gap depending on the age.
Like,
The
guys
current
is
age.
born one time and then it's over for them. It's not never over for us. I was in a relationship for 8 years. At the end of that relationship, I started singing to a fantasy husband. Like, I'm just singing to myself in the car. Oh, I'm not thinking about him. I'm thinking about another man in the future. So women can create a fantasy man and keep it moving off the man that we had. So I could be dealing with you right then and there, but at the end of the day, when you start getting on my nerves, I'll start thinking of the man that I want in the future.
Why hold on. You gotta break that down. Why is that? Why go back? Why think about that?
But it's so easy to do. Like, when you start getting on our nerves so much, we'll start thinking about men that we never had, and you know how some people say they'll leave a relationship without leaving the relationship yet? Yeah, that's what women do.
Man, see,
It doesn't even have to be a real man. It could be a man that we want in our heads.
and then you're gonna use that.
To break up with your man, and you a real man.
What you guys think in the comment section? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's go. Notification gang. Hey.